Good morning, GM friends, and welcome to zazoome. I'm Sheri Barbera, and today we are talking about keys, and there are 7 of them, to a successful generative NFT collection. What? Wait a minute.
What?
What?
All right, here.
That's better. Okay.
There we go.
Who's here? Hello, Time. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Hello, Rob. Welcome, welcome, and welcome to everyone who is here. We appreciate you. Let's get right into it. So, NFT collections that are bestsellers have specific keys to creating a 10K collection that is successful. Number 1, it starts with a creator, and that's generally speaking an artist, but it could be a group of people. It just depends upon who is doing the generative art collection. And then they have a mission or a message that they want to give out to people. Number 2, they have a team. And teams are hugely important. It's not as though you really can do this on your own. And the reason for that is because a generative art collection includes so many different elements to it and so many steps. And the person creating the art, which isn't always the founder, might be someone who is hired to create the art, might be a group of people. Whoever is creating the art needs to focus on the art. So the team, what do? The team needs to help with, number 1, promotion. Number 2, the back end. Number 3, managing the Discord. Number 4, social media. There's just so many things. So you must have a team. Really, really important. And also that the team, let's go back to this, believes in your project and promotes it with validity, meaning that they're not just a paid person who really doesn't care about what it is that you're doing. It's someone who's super excited about it, someone who wants it to be incredibly successful. Why is this? Because when they are a supportive team and they believe in the project, they're going to believe in the followers. They're going to believe in the community who follows and supports and buys the NFTs, and they're going to be cheerleaders of those people. And that's the kind of team members that you need to look for. They'll make your NFT collection so much more successful. So that's number 2, is a supportive team. 3, what are you giving people as an incentive? This is massively important. I'm just going to pop over to us for one second. And the reason why giving people incentives is so important is because they don't have a reason, if they don't know you, to buy your collection. What do they care?
Right.
Why would they follow you?
It's like any other social media thing. It's like YouTube. It's like Instagram. It's like they have to know your background and they have to know who you are. It's relatable.
It's relatable. Right. So you need to build a presence. You need to be out there. You need to found some kind of mission, message, created generative collection in order for people to get on board, and then you need to give them incentives.
I say build your brand?
Build your brand.
Build your brand.
Yes. Great way to say it. Build your brand.
BYB. Use the initial. Use the letters.
Build your brand.
Yeah.
And the thing about giving people something is that there are generative collections where they're giving out Ethereum, ETH, as part of their promotion. This, of course, gets tons of people in really, really quickly. The other thing they give out often are free NFTs, part of the collection. So those are the 2 top things that are given out. What is the third thing? The third thing that's given out is access to the whitelist, one of the first people to be able to buy before the general public. So those are 3 things that you can give out, massively important to get people to follow and become a part of your project, your generative collection. Number 4, your mission or message. This has become almost synonymous with utility. And utility is, what does the project offer outside of a collectible image? The utility part of it is maybe a part of your mission, maybe a part of your message. For example, maybe you are gifting part of the funds to different nonprofits or charities. Maybe you are supporting different people with money that you're receiving from the NFT collection. There are lots and lots of different things that you can do with the funds, but you want to tell people what are you doing with it. For example, VFriends, which I've covered in previous videos, they use their NFTs as tickets. Literally, the non-fungible token becomes the token that's refundable for a ticket to an event. What is it that you're doing with the mission or message of your NFT collection? And I will get into that a little further on in the video. Number 5, do you have backup financials for the project? What that means is a portion of every sale of an NFT going into a fund to continue to support the project beyond just selling the NFTs? Yes, you do want to do this. You do want part of the funds that are coming in to support foundation. So it's not just founding your collection. It's creating a base for that collection that you can then grow from over the years. So you don't want it to be just a one-off. You want this project to grow so that you can continue to do more and more things with your project. So you need backup financials from the sale of your NFTs. Number 6, commercial rights to the buyers. And this is something, and I'm going to pop back over to us. This is something that has become pretty important in generative collections. And particularly Bored Ape Yacht Club, which I've covered in previous videos as well, uses their collection to allow the buyers to promote the collection. What I mean by that is they give away the copyright to the buyer. Sounds crazy, right? Artists never did this before. Why would you do such a thing? And the reason you give away the copyright is so that your buyers can now promote your collection.
Well, they can also, when they can resell. They can obviously resell the NFT.
They can resell the NFT, but now they can take that image of the NFT that they are now the owner of,
right,
put it on their own merchandise,
right,
put it on their own products,
right,
and sell it.
Right.
So now they're making money,
right,
from the collection. So now the utility of that is now they can create a business around your art.
But it's still a billboard for Bored Ape Yacht.
Exactly. It's still a billboard for your collection. So they're sending out billboards
to the people that they're selling the NFTs to.
So this is the reason why you do want to consider, you don't have to do this, but you do want to consider giving away the IP, giving away the copyright. This is your intellectual property. This is your created property, giving it away to your buyers in order for them to promote and build your brand worldwide for you. This is them for you.
Total exposure.
Total exposure. That is the reason why you would give away commercial rights.
Yeah.
The copyright, the commercial rights to your own artwork that you work so hard on. This is why you would do that. So that's number 6. And number 7, and this deserves a drum roll. If we could have a little drum roll.
Do I have a drum?
No, that's not a drum roll. That's not a drum. Oh, that was good. That was a good drum roll. Okay. Number 7 is the critical key, the golden key to getting your collection out there in the stratosphere as a top selling collection, and its community. And it's such an important, incredibly important part of building your collection that I just have to talk about it a little more. Community is so valuable because when you are trying to promote, word of mouth means more than paid advertising. Always, word of mouth means more to anyone who is listening to someone that they know than seeing an ad. If you're able to build your community out and grow it organically by doing not organic things, by giving things away. And that's where you go back to, and I'm just going to flip back. Number 6, commercial rights. Number 5, backup financials. Number 4, mission or message. Number 3, buyer incentives. So massively important to grow your community. It's not organic to be giving stuff away. It sounds like that's an advertisement, isn't it? And yes, it is in a sense. You're paying for people to start following you. But once you get those people to start following you, in a sense, organically, this will massively, massively grow your possible success so quickly. And I actually have seen this happen with a collection. It's a brand new collection, and the way I found out about it is another course I'm taking. I do take a lot of courses to stay on top of everything. Another course I'm taking about NFT projects in order, of course, to make our collection as good as possible and in order to teach you about doing this at the top of my game. And within this course are all of our classmates. We get to meet each other on WhatsApp. And what's cool about that is now we're telling each other about our collections. And there's one collection, and he only posted his Twitter account in February of 2022 and already has almost 7,000 followers on Twitter. How? By giving things away. He's giving away ETH, Ethereum. He's giving away NFTs. He's giving away whitelist in order to be one of the first people to be able to purchase. And he's also asking for feedback from the community about traits for the collection. These are myriad ways that you can also build your own collection, get it out there faster, and be a part of a community that uplifts you and your collection. And that is massively important. So, are there any questions? I'm back to us. Are there any questions about that? Because I am going to keep going if there aren't. That was, I think, those are the 7 key steps that you need. So it starts with who's in charge of your art, mission or message, what you give away is hugely important, your financials. Are you building a foundation so that your collection can grow? Mm-hmm. Additional things. So if there's any questions about that, put them in the comments below this video, and I am going to keep going. So number 1, who is in charge of your art? Are they public? Are they public facing? Are they what is called doxed? In other words, are they a real person or a real group of people? Are they a real company? Do you know who they are? Can you follow them individually? And why does this even matter? And the reason why it does matter is because you do want to know this is not a rug pull. This is not a scam. This is not someone just trying to get your money. And that is the reason why I didn't tell you the name of this collection, because the person who is doing this collection has a great website, has a great Twitter account, has a great Discord. I don't know who it is. I don't have their name. They don't put it out there. They don't say, this is me, the artist. This is me, the creator, which I think is not good. You should be public facing. You should be doxxed. And the reason for that is because kind of hinky if you're not. Could be a rug pull. Could be someone who is just building it up, saying, this is my message, this is my mission, this is what I'm going to do with everything, because his roadmap is excellent. Still, who is this person? And I say he, and that's only because the collection has a picture of a male person on it, and so this is why I said he, but I don't even know if it's a he.
Spending money? I mean, who are you you're spending money. You're buying something. Who are you buying? You would absolutely want to know who you're buying from.
Don't you think you would?
Well, I would. I don't buy anything from somebody I don't know who it is.
And yet,
that would be
almost 7,000 people are following this person or group of people, or I don't know, this collection, because they're giving away ETH, NFTs, whitelist, and the opportunity to be a part of the collection. Sounds hinky to me.
Well, following is one thing, but I mean, how many NFTs have they sold? Is the question.
It's not out there yet.
It's not even out there.
They haven't dropped the collection yet.
They're building up a following.
They're building a following so that when they drop the collection in May, and I'm not going to say when in May because
maybe that's when they'll introduce themselves as people.
Should be right at the beginning.
I would hope so.
Should be right at the beginning. So I want you to understand when I talk about a collection and I say what is good about the collection and why, and what I don't think is good about the collection and why, one of the things is being doxxed. Hugely important in a collection. And okay, so Time said the Bored Apes were not doxxed. This is true. At the very beginning, the Bored Apes were not doxxed. They are now. People do know who they are now. Yes, could have been a rug pull. Turned out not to be a rug pull. Turned out to be massively financially successful, not just for Yuga Labs, who is the group that created Bored Apes, Yuga Labs, but also for the people that bought Bored Apes. And the reason for that is because A, gave away commercial rights to people. B, give people who are owners of Bored Apes things for free. And also give them the opportunity to resell the free things. For example, last week we covered, I think it was last week, how Bored Apes gave to their holders serum.
Right.
To turn a Bored Ape into a monster ape, like a weirdo ape. And they did it for free and then allowed the owners to resell.
Right.
This is building up your collection. This is building things for your owners. This is doing things for other people. That all comes back to you in the end.
Right. So
Time said, oh my gosh. All right, hold on. Wait, like too much stuff here. wait. So, wow. Time is just posting lots of things in the chat. So the big project you talked about was never doxed. This is all speculation, not sure what is. Look at the true ones in this. Look at CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks are Lava Labs, okay? Lava Labs. So those are two guys who said who they were right from the beginning. It was CryptoPunks were the first generative art collection of two guys who created the software to create generative art, and they were doing it as an experiment to see if the software worked. It's not as though they weren't doxxed. They were already out there. They were two computer guys, two computer nerds who were doing something with their computer skills. So CryptoPunks, free and not doxxed. Also, they were doxxed. But free was the key only at the beginning, and nobody nobody even cared that it was free, CryptoPunks. Nobody cared at the beginning to even get the free ones. It took time. It took time for them to even care about taking them up on the offer of free ones, even though at that time gas fees were like $5 and $10. So you could get a CryptoPunk for basically free, almost basically free. And then people started to get interested, and then they started to sell, and then the collection started to grow. But being free didn't really help them at first because nobody knew what it was and nobody cared about what it was.
And everybody was still nervous about something that was basically
kind of
strange,
like weird.
Yeah.
But now free is different. Free means a lot more because so many millions of people understand what an NFT is, understand what a generative collection is, understand what it means to give something away for free. That's completely different. Yes, and I do know about the peeps, and yes, but that was not a generative collection. That was a meme that started based on Oh, all right. Too much to get into. Okay, let's go back into it. A public docked, talented creator with a clear vision, message, or mission is hugely important. For example, World of Women, and this is the collection I'm going to use as the case study today for a hugely successful generative 10K project. Randomly generated, various rarities, Ethereum blockchain, ERC 721 tokens hosted on IPFS. The artist, her name is Yam Karkai. She is out there. She is doxed. Multiple interviews of her, lots and lots of information that you can get about who she is, who her team is, who she and her boyfriend are, how they created World of Women, why she came up with the idea of World of Women. And the truth is, she wasn't even really an artist out there doing artwork. She did lots and lots of different jobs, but she is a digital artist, and she is an artist and did create one-of-one art, just hadn't done generative art. She was doing lots of one-of-ones when she found out about NFTs in order to build some kind of a presence. But then she went from one-of-ones to an original concept. This is the next thing I want you to really understand the importance of: originality. And it wasn't just that she said, okay, I'm going to go from doing one-of-ones to a generative collection. She said, I am going to go from one-of-ones to doing a generative original collection. All of the collections out there right now are created basically by men. All of the collections out there right now are basically either men or male images or images that look male or male derivatives. So what she decided to do, what her mission message was to celebrate women, to compete on originality, to compete on a unique, at that time, style, not unique anymore, but unique at that time style, and to create a collection that was inclusive of women worldwide, not just one type of woman, but women everywhere. And this was completely different. This was completely unique. This was original, an idea that hadn't been done before in order to reach a wider audience. And in an interview, she herself said, I felt like I was not reaching a broad enough audience with my one-to-one art, in my opinion, for the message and the change that I wanted to see in the NFT space. I just added that part. So why not do a collection? Do a collectible project that's women instead of apes, pandas, or bears. Because women are beautiful, important, and relevant. And yes, there were so many apes out there, so many bears, different kinds of bears, so many different animals out there, so many different projects that weren't related to anything that had to do with women. So her message was, for a change, seeking inclusivity, diversity, and female representation in the space, as opposed to single edition NFTs, collectible projects with thousands of NFTs can reach a broader audience. Build a strong community. The project, she hoped, would help get her message far and wide. And this was different, really different from what was happening at that time. And this was only 2021. So it's not like this was ages ago, but in NFT world, this was eons ago in NFT world. So World of Women, a 10K collection. The images themselves are 800 by 800 pixels. And before I get into this, I am just going to pop over, because I hear questions coming through like crazy. I'm going to pop over and see what kind of questions we're having. So first of all, let me just see. Okay. Time said, women that are on the eve. Wait, I missed something there. Okay.
You skipped something.
What is Web3 mini supers? Oh, now we're getting into a whole additional part of what is happening in the metaverse. And this is right now just a bit outside the scope of what is happening in this particular video, but I love those questions. Thank you so much for those time, and I will get to them, but in another video. But keep asking because I do love those so much. World of Women, 10K collection, 800 by 800 pixels. And if you go to Wiki, there is a Wiki on World of Women, and they talk about the project's manifesto, talking about the ethnicity and how important it is that it can be as diverse as it is. They only launched the project in July of 2021. Again, doesn't seem that long ago, and yet in the NFT world, light years ago. In the first 2 weeks of 2022, World of Women generated over $40 million in sales. $40 million in sales. It was created based around one shape, one character shape, one, in other words, in art world speak, a bust, which is your head to about where your bust ends. And that was the basis for multiple traits. And traits are, if you're on OpenSea, properties. That's what properties are. And within properties, there are multiple traits. World of Women has 11 traits. But within those traits are what are called attributes. World of Women has 189 attributes. What do I mean by this? Traits are, for example, backgrounds or skin tones or facial features, eye combinations, hairstyles. Any one of those things are traits. And then within those traits are attributes. Within backgrounds, look at the different types of backgrounds. Those are the attributes. And this is how you create a generative collection that's exciting, that's interesting, that's different, that's unique. And World of Women did that. They created something that was so original, so different from everything out there, so unique that it sold like crazy. But mainly because it was inclusive of women worldwide, it was also focused on helping women worldwide, and it was also different from everything that was out there at the time. Rarity. Rarity is huge. While each World of Women NFT is definitely cool, some WoW NFTs are rare, some are very rare, and some are exceptional. And you can check right on their website the rarity of each one of their NFTs.
Do you have that many followers they have now?
Do I know how many followers they have on what? Discord, Twitter? Do I know how many have collected?
Where do you sell them? I mean, where do you basically sell the most? It would be on Twitter, wouldn't it?
No, mostly they're sold on OpenSea.
Where you promote the most. I didn't mean where you
mostly
sell
promote the most on Twitter.
Right.
Mostly
okay.
promote the most on Twitter.
So as far as followers go, where would you have the most followers?
Well, there's
your NFT?
3 places that you want to have followers.
Right.
Twitter, Discord, Instagram.
Okay.
Okay, those are the 3 top places. Why Twitter? Because Twitter is the verbal, the tweeting, the chatter.
It's a community.
It's the community.
Huge community.
That is the place that you say, we will be giving away this. If you follow, if you retweet, if you promote this to 3 of your friends, 5 of your friends, 10 of your friends, if you get them to join our Discord.
Right.
So number 1 is Twitter. Number 2, Discord. Why does that matter? Discord is where you give away. That's where you give it away. Right. So you give away your Ethereum, you give away your free NFTs, you get people to join your whitelist on your Discord. This is where all of that happens, on your Discord. And that's why it's called Discord, because it first started with gamers. But now Discord is massively important for the crypto and NFT community. So number 2 is Discord. Number 3, Instagram. Why? Why Instagram? Well, first of all, it's owned by Meta, which is Facebook. And so everybody goes to Instagram.
When you talk about word of mouth, you're talking about the biggest word of mouth places to go.
One of the biggest word of mouth places to go. Instagram visual. What else is visual? NFTs. NFTs are visual. Of course, this is the perfect place to promote visual collectibles on Instagram. And that is why those are the top ones. So Twitter, Discord, and Instagram. Now, with that having been said, OpenSea, being the biggest marketplace in the world at the moment, is where you want to start selling your collection. And when you promote and market on OpenSea, you have the possibility of them promoting and marketing for you on their homepage.
Right.
There are so many reasons for that, so many different ways to do that. So more questions from time. Okay. Do you know about the Women in Web3? Look at the project by Mini Supers and also Gooter Punk's NFT. Thank you. Excellent information. Women-led projects, absolutely fabulous. We support women, love the WOW project, and also some of the other women-led projects that are diverse, like the DAO, which is a DAO, which is a decentralized. This is something that is so important for NFT collections, is to have a decentralized way of allowing everyone to be a part of your collection. And this is another thing that you can put in your roadmap, and I love that you said that, Time, because it is so incredibly important to have a DAO like the DAO that was established 12522 to help women. Thank you so much for that. And it's called Lady Day DAO. Oh, Lady Day. Isn't that beautiful?
That's great.
I don't know if you know who Lady Day is, but look her up. She is one of my favorite jazz singers. Also a fantastic movie with one of my favorite singer actors in it. So very cool. Okay, check Rarity. That is the next thing you want to do. You want to have Rarity in your collection. Why do you have to have Rarity? You must have Rarity in your collection because that's what people care about. If everyone can get it, who cares? But if only a few people can get it, it becomes massively more valuable. Rarity is important for massively more valuable. This is why you want to have Rarity. Yes.
I just got one question, then get
Yes.
off me. So so the question is, in Rarity, there's just a certain amount, I mean, it's a simple question, a certain amount you can buy and that's it. There are a certain number of those that are available in Rarity with those attributes. With
Yes.
Those, yes.
Yes. Last week, I went through showing you exactly in last week's video
Right. You
all
broke it down.
about
Right.
Rarity and how the properties on OpenSea show the rarity.
Right.
The rare backgrounds, the rare eyes, the rare hair, the rare hats, the rare clothing, the rare accessories, whatever it is that you deem rare, you, the creator of the collection, is then what people are going to want to buy the most of. And that's what will become the most expensive. And OpenSea shows this in percentages, but you, the creator, have to determine the rarity of your collection before it gets posted. And this is how a generative collection works. When you upload, you have already predetermined the rarity of the different traits and the different properties of your collection. More questions. Okay. And Time said Billie. Yes, Billie Holiday, thank you. You're right. I love her so much. Gardenias being my favorite flower as well. She's just awesome. Number 2, your team is massively important. And look what World of Women does. Not only do they show who their team is by name, but you can also click right through to their Twitter account or to their Instagram account or to their LinkedIn, depending upon what it is that they post on their image on the website. This is a really cool website for you to go and learn from. Go to the World of Women website and understand what makes an incredible and an incredibly successful generative NFT art collection. You will learn a ton. And by the way, this is Yam's boyfriend, Raphael Malaveil. Oh, it's French. It's hard for me to say that. But anyway, he's the one behind all the promotion, and which I'm going to get into just shortly, of World of Women. Your team, massively important. Community. The most important step. This is the golden key to being able to create a massively successful NFT collection. Community. It is everything. How you hype it, how you build your community, how they hype it for you is massively important. Your community, so important. The founders of WoW, Raphael and Yam, this is what they look like. They are completely doxed and want you to know who they are. This is what Raphael said. I looked at all the projects that were higher quality at that time, keeping in mind this was 2021. For example, the Wicked Craniums. This was a collection. I know, it sounds crazy, but this was a collection and still is a collection, massively important, high quality images, very simple backgrounds, right? But you can see the details, very, very different on each one of them. Next would be Bulls on the Block. Huge, huge collection. Look at how detailed this collection is. This was one of the first ones to do the bubblegum. Everybody loves this bubblegum thing, okay? So that was not an original idea, the bubblegum. Look at that, bubblegum there. Anyway, a great collection for you to learn from as well. And the Deadheads. And the Deadheads right now are doing something so cool. I think because they loved the serum that Bored Ape Yacht Club did. They are doing a way to turn your deadhead into an angel. It's really fun. It's really, really cool. Sal's rolling his eyes. Wait, I'm going to go to us. Why are you rolling your eyes?
Because
I think it's so clever.
You know, it's just more and more ridiculous.
But it's fun.
No, it's great. I mean, it's great. And I like ridiculous. Ridiculous is good. And I mean ridiculous in a good way.
But I do understand what you mean. It is crazy to think that within such a short period of time, a digital asset can become so incredibly valuable.
It's really, it's crazy.
It is a bit
crazy in a good way because you could take advantage of it and become a part of it. That's the whole idea.
Right. And it is really, really weird that it could be so easy to happen.
Right.
Gosh, time is giving us a lot of good content today. So we need the adoption, not just men getting their women in this. We need to have the gender issue as well, and not a minority issue. I agree with that. And if this is Web3, is this the future? Who do we solve this issue of the same problem of the real world? Great questions. Women need to become more engaged and taught. Minorities need to be given the ability to be a part of this, I'm sure you say. And there's a collection called The Royals, which, as a matter of fact, Yam created all the artwork for, and it's called The Royals. And it is a collection out of Africa. And it's a beautiful collection. If you haven't seen it yet, go to OpenSea and look at The Royals. It just dropped, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And we, in fact, do own one of them. How do we reach the ones who have no money to be involved? You've got to get out there. You've got to get on Twitter. You've got to get on social media. You've got to live, breathe, and believe your message. And you've got to build a team. And your team needs to get out there and promote. And then you've got to build your community. Because community is how this happens. Community, the person who knows that person who knows that person 6 degrees. That's the thing. It's the 6 degrees that will reach those people.
Right.
And this is why it is so incredibly important to do those free giveaways. And the free giveaways are what create the 6 degrees. That's how you get the people to follow you. You give them something for free, and in return, they give you their contacts. And that's how that works.
But then there's more word of mouth. These people are giving away this. These people are giving away that.
Yes. So is it free? No, I mean, nothing's free. Nothing's really free. The air we breathe, is that free? I don't know. What is free? It's time. Everything takes time. Your time, is that free? I mean, you only have so much time in your life, don't you? Isn't your time valuable? This is another reason to have a team of people so that your time is spent doing the most important parts of your generative collection. And this is why you want to build a team. And one more question, then I will get back to it. I'm here to learn more and more and provide the ones who have no internet, who have no ability to be involved. That's excellent. I love that you're doing that time. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And we do appreciate you so much. Thank you. What he said was, these particular higher quality, higher end collections were selling out very fast because they have a lot of hype when they're launched. And they only have a lot of hype when they're launched because of the community. And so he realized this was the way that World of Women as well should be promoting. So what worked the best? Giveaways. That's what worked the best. So Raphael said, what should we do? We should do giveaways. We should give away NFTs from the top selling NFT generative collections. They contacted them. They did giveaways to bring that community to their community. And this is a different way from what I told you about giving away your own NFTs. Here is a fourth thing to do. Contact bigger collections and say, we want to promote you. We want to do a collaboration with you. And we want to give away your NFT and have our community meet your community and grow our both collections bigger, faster. And that is the way that you do that. So you do collaborations. Community is the most important aspect of any collectible project, quote unquote. On their website, World of Women says, who's part of our community? Incredible people support and contribute to the WOW movement. And that is the third word I want you to think about. What are the words I want you to think about? Mission, message, and movement. Those are the 3 M's that you want to keep uppermost in your mind when you're thinking of your own generative art collection. Mission, message, movement. Is it based on a mission? Is it based on just a message that you need to get out there? Or are you trying to start a movement? And it does sound like you're trying to start a movement time. So think about, what is your collection about and why are you doing it? Our collection that we are working on, Nifty Girls, is about a message and a mission. Our message is about moms, based on honoring my mom, who is amazing. Uh-oh. Getting choked up. Whew. Wow. So what is your mission? What is your message? Is it a movement? Keep all of this in mind because this is what is going to help you promote. This is what is going to help build up your collection. And this is the utility behind your collection. Are you getting yourself involved in a nonprofit or charity or nonprofits and charities? Are you doing something to give back? Are you building a foundation for the future of your collection? What is the purpose? What is the reason behind it? What is your M? What is the M that you have? Okay. So let me just get back to, what do they say about community? Community is the foundation of World of Women and should be the foundation of every successful, will be the foundation of every successful generative NFT project. WOW started with 4 friends coming together to bring a vision to life. Create a collection and community that celebrates and increases representation, inclusivity, and equal opportunities for all. Now, thousands of people have united around this shared sense of purpose. We believe, and this is another important thing. What do you believe in? What do you, the person, stand for? When you dox yourself, it's not just doxing yourself. It's also saying, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is what I believe in, and this is why. This is important to me. So that is why you say these things. Great things can be accomplished by many people, this is your team, and your community working towards the same cause. Do you see all the words that are so important? Movement, mission, message, cause. Any one of these things are the reason, the purpose behind creating your collection. This is what people can get behind. That is how your community lifts you up. When they have a reason, it's going to pop over to us. When they have a reason to get behind you and push you up, it's also why you want to give back to them and raise them up as well. And this is another really excellent reason to give away the copyrights, to give away the commercial rights to your NFTs.
So they feel part of the community.
They are a part of the community.
But they have to feel like they're part of the community.
Yes. And you build up and you raise up others along with you. And this is the value that you can have with a generative collection that you can't have with a one-of-one. Right. This is what differentiates a generative collection from a one-of-one. There are all of these aspects that separate it from being an artist who just creates unique pieces of art. And this is why you have to value so much the people who have created this new way of making art. It's so incredible.
It's amazing.
It's so incredible. So Rob said, your mom is cool. Hi, Iris. Thank you, Rob. She's so cool. Yes, she is. She is awesome. Thank you for saying that. Okay. That's her phone. Okay. Now, what does World of Women do within their collections that are unbelievably helpful to their community? Well, they showcase their community's art and their community's artists as well within their Twitter, within their Discord, within their Instagram, and on their website as well. They do show their community's art. And that is another super cool thing World of Women does. Community driven with a vision. Powerful, trustworthy, safe place. And this is something massively important if you're a woman, a safe place to be. And that is another thing that World of Women promotes. And quote unquote, you're only as strong as the engagement of the people who believe in you. And that is the thing about community. Are you building a community that engages with you? Are they responding to you? Is there chatter happening on Twitter, in your Discord? Are people leaving comments? Are they interacting with each other? This is when you know you are building a community. And they said, we started as a small team. Most of our marketing and sales are through word of mouth and still are. And that is what differentiates World of Women from other projects that are doing paid marketing. If you build a true community behind you, then they are going to promote for you. It starts with giving your community something to be proud of. And that is your mission. That is your message. That is the motivation. Oh, another 4M. That is the motivation for them. Maybe to jump on a movement that you might be starting. And you want to give them something to be proud of that they want to talk about and want to invite people also into the community that they love. This is how it grows and grows. Community, we always want to find ways to innovate and bring more value to our holders. It's not simply about the founders getting rich. It's about everyone getting enriched by the collection with the community and the founders. Community World of Women Wow Galaxy primary sale is a sold out community. And that is why the original 10,000 sold out. It's about what World of Women can provide to its community that our holders could not access on their own. And this is what you need to think about. What is it that you can provide your community that they can't get on their own? And in other words, they are saying, we have access to amazing artists, we have visibility, we have money, and we want to share that with the community. They may not have visibility, they may not have access, and they may not have the money. The focus of their social media is Twitter, Discord, and Instagram for the NFT space. On social, this is where they are the most active, where they engage with their community. Twitter, Discord, Instagram. It's important in a space that is saturated with projects. This is a quote from Raphael. Keep bringing news and announcing new projects frequently. And it doesn't have to mean that you're announcing a new generative project. It means that you are announcing something for the community, something that you are providing to the community to keep the buzz going. What are the benefits that you are providing people? This is where utility meets benefits. Utility and benefits. So ownership. Ownership of the underlying artwork and intellectual property, that's what IP is. Original monthly art drops from select NFT artists. In other words, giveaways from other people. Exclusive access to your own World of Women 4K file. In other words, hugely high resolution files so that you, the owner, can now use it commercially for anything you want. A 4K file is huge. Curated pre-sales and mint pass for high potential collections, holders only raffles, invite to annual gala, in real life, that's what IRL, in real life events. And these are the other things. I want you to go and look at the top selling generative art collections websites. Learn from them. What are they offering? Are they doxed? What are they telling you about their team? What are they giving away as benefits to their holders? What can you learn from this? Do you see their roadmap on there? Is this a roadmap that you also could follow for your own generative art collection? Learn from other people. DYOR, do your own research. This is how you do it. You do it by getting yourself out there and learning and listening and engaging and interacting. Go to their Twitter, interact with them, learn from them, ask questions. Everybody wants to help. And that's one of the coolest things in this space, is that people truly do want to help. Provenance, isn't this interesting? This is on the World of Women website as well, and it shows you their smart contract. And each one of these is a unique generated token on the blockchain. This is literally the provenance of every single NFT, known as a token on the blockchain. And it's right out there for anyone to see. You can look it up. You can be a part of it. What is the next thing that is massively important? Celebrity owners. And celebrities help sell your collection for you, don't they? Look at who are celebrity owners. Gwyneth Paltrow, Pranksy, Eva Longoria. These are people who have millions of followers. This is super helpful for you. Cosimo de Medici is Snoop Dogg. He calls himself Cosimo de Medici. Reese Witherspoon, Steve Aoki. Look at who the celebrity owners of this project are. Gary Vaynerchuk, Logan Paul, Huda Beauty. These are people who are literally bringing you thousands of new buyers, thousands of new collectors, thousands of new people who want to be a part of your community because it rubs off. The celebrity rubs off. And it's massively important to try to get celebrities, Shonda Rhimes, Liam. What are the initiatives? Initiatives are your mission. Initiatives are a part of your message. Support and spotlight emerging artists around the world. And this is part of World of Women. This is what their initiatives are. Investing, taking some of the funds and investing them in other artists to uplift the community. And that is done with their World of Women Fund. And this is something that you can do with part of the funds that you receive from your NFTs is start your own collection fund. And now this is how you build up your community. This is how you improve on your own collection through the years, through the months, through the days, and make it better and better and better. Initiatives, giving back to women-led organizations, sustainability-focused organizations, causes we support. Collaborations with other talented artists. This is massively important. Why? Because I'm just going to pop over to us for 1 second. Collaborations expand your community immediately.
Right.
If somebody already has 5, 10, 20, 50,000 people in their community and you have 3,000 or you have 300, well, if you have 300, good luck to you getting a collaboration, but don't not try. Try anyway. This is how you start to build and grow your own community massively.
Exposure.
Same
thing.
So important.
Yep.
It's just massively important. Do we have other questions? Not at this time. Good. Okay. So collaborations, and they call them WOW art drops. And so smart of them to use WOW. WOW is a great word. Initiatives, educate and welcome women and underrepresented minorities to NFTs and Web3. Acquire a WOW for premium stakeholder access and benefits. So if you go to the resale market for World of Women and you purchase a World of Women, which at this point is thousands of dollars, yet it will put you into a community with unique benefits. It's a membership pass to joining the DAO WOW, D-A-WOW, the DAO WOW, accessing community events, owning the underlying artwork and IP, receiving monthly art drops from select artists, and much more. And this is another thing that shows you the benefits. The other thing that they do on their website is show you the stats of what is actually happening in their collection. And this may be a little too sophisticated for you starting out, but this is something you want to find a team member who can work on your website, who can create something fabulous for you, who can do the kinds of things that World of Women and other collections have done that are so incredible. Collection stats, 10,000 items, volume is 65.7 thousand Ethereum. One Ethereum today is somewhere around $3,500. Average sale to date is 12.34 ETH, 5,314 owners of a new project that they just launched called World of Women Galaxy. And that's what those stats pertain to, not the World of Women stats. It's the newest project that they literally just dropped within the last week. Largest sales, what were they? 260 ETH. And this is a brand new project. This is insane. So much money. And now they show you the different attributes, what they are, what the rarity is, what the highest and lowest sales are. You can learn all of this on their website, who the top owners are, what their addresses are. And then if you go to the new collection that just dropped, World of Women Galaxy, you will see that already OpenSea has verified their collection with a blue badge and a check mark created by World of Women Galaxy. They are calling it by the new name, created by World of Women NFT. And this is their Twitter account. there are already 10,600 owners of 20,400 NFTs in this collection. Think about that. They're not even doing a 10K project now. They're doing a 20K plus project for the new project.
Wow.
And already more than half of them are sold out. Volume traded, 19,800. Welcome to the second collection of World of Women. And incredible. Day one, they did 79 million in sales. Day one.
Wow.
Day one. This is what can happen. This is how you can create the most incredibly successful NFT collection. You must follow the steps. You must follow the 7 key steps. You must have great art. And by great, I do not mean the art itself has to be great. It has to be high quality and unique. And that is what makes it great, is that it's something that hasn't really been seen before. If you look at all of the knockoffs of Bored Ape,
Right.
and some of them are really beautifully done, really fantastic, are they ever going to achieve what Bored Ape did? I just don't think they possibly can. They're not the original.
Right.
There are so many knockoffs of CryptoPunks. Why? Because CryptoPunks was the first. There are so many knockoffs of World of Women. Why? The first. Beautiful art. Simple to replicate, actually. Very simple to replicate. But should you? I don't think so.
I think one of my main goals would be to have everybody knocking me off. That doesn't sound good. Have everybody have a knockoff of
knocking you off like mafia knocking you
me
off.
off.
No,
yeah, but that is the main goal. I mean, that would be a really good feeling.
Yes, it is a fantastic
a community,
right?
You know, where people are knocking off what you're doing.
Because then you're successful. When people knock you off, then you are a successful
It just makes
collection.
you more original.
Yes, and it always comes back to who is the first.
Right.
Who was the first one to do that? Who was the first one to do something that doesn't look like everybody else's collection? Right. That is what I want you to consider. If you're working on a generative collection right now, is it unique enough? Is it different enough? Is it something that hasn't been done before? Something that you haven't seen before? Something that is radically different? Doesn't have to be that radical. Doesn't even have to be radical. I use the word radical, but it could
be simple.
It could be something that is so simple, and yet it is quite different and unique.
Right.
And the space is still so new. And to say, oh, I can't come up with something original. Artists have been creating art for how long? You can come up with something original. You definitely can.
Yeah, and I mean, you go right back to like Andy Warhol, where he just put one color on a canvas, and that was it. The whole canvas was purple. And that was it.
But it was derivative art derived from something commercially out there and successful,
exactly.
Whether it was photographs of a celebrity or an advertisement for something, or something that was huge in the news, and then he took that image,
right,
and created pop art from it with bold colors and just made it so different, turned it into a graphic design, right, and made it uniquely his own. And yeah, it was derivative art, and yes, it was something that was already out there, but most art is created from something else, but it's what do you do that creates
it's your own story.
What is unique about it?
Right.
What do you do that is original? Right. All right. If you have questions, put them in the comments, put them in the chat, and we will be happy to answer them. If you haven't subscribed to zazoome, please subscribe, because we love you to be a part of this every single week. Next time, I am going to be talking about creating your collection in Bueno art. And yes, we did get accepted into Bueno, so now we can do our collection in Bueno, which, believe me, we would have been doing it in Hashlips, but Bueno makes it so much simpler. So next week, it's going to be all about creating a generative NFT collection in Bueno. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. If you like this video, please like it. We love those likes. And I am just going to pop over to of both of us, and we are going to say thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. We hope to see you in the next video. GN.
Wait,
Ciao.
and it's Sheri's birthday in 3 days. A shout out to Sheri. Happy birthday.
Thank you, honey. I love you. All right, people. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao, guys.
Toodles.